Hello? Can you hear me? Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Hello, welcome to Atomic Movie Reviews Film Society. I am your host, Atomicon Rex. Here we discuss films that have a narrative background in aliens, ghosts, robots, and monsters. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So today I want to switch it up. I want to tell my little scary story that I always tell on Halloween. I know it's not Halloween, but there's no point posting it on Halloween because everyone's gonna be at a party and trick or treating. So I'm just gonna post it here and tell me what you guys think. Okay, so I heard this story one time. I think I read it, but so I don't get copyright strike or anything like that. I'm gonna put my own spin on it. Okay, so down in New Orleans, Louisiana, they have these mask parties, right? That the elites go to. These mask ball Mardi Gras parties, right? And so down, I don't know, down in the bayou, there's this one um, rich family, descendants of the Bourbons. Let's just, for argument's sake, right? And so after they have their little Mardi Gras party and the marching and everything, they go back to the mansion, okay, where they have a masked ball party where everyone dresses up in their former attire. They get really, really drunk and they all wear a mask. And so, like, the theme of this is it's where everybody's able to socialize without the stigma of class, right? So basically, the whites and the blacks get to mingle on this day if they're like wearing a mask, right? And so that's kind of what's going on over here. It's down in the deep south, right? At this Mardi Gras party. Okay. Well, there's this legend of the King in Yellow, right? And it's about this gentleman who was at the party, okay, and he's dressed in all yellow and he's wearing a bird mask with these elegant feathers and everything, right? But he's the only one who's really like completely decked out in yellow from head to toe. So the liquor's going and everything, and the music's going, and it's past midnight, it's past 1 o'clock, it's past 2 o'clock, right? And so at this time, really only the people who are still there are like the people who are um, like close associates to the hostess, right? And so everyone's still wearing their mask and everything. So it's the rich and the elite, and one thing leads to another, and they basically have their eyes wide shut moment, right? Where a big orgy takes place, basically, right? That's what happens, right? So big orgy takes place, and let's say around 3 o'clock, right? Everything is kind of winding down, and the hostess is kind of, talking to everybody, mingling everybody. By now, everyone's kind of butt naked, right? But they're still wearing their mask, right? It's on eyes wide shut. And so she gathers everybody around and she starts talking to everybody, and she asks everybody to take off their mask, right? So she takes off her mask first, right? And then one by one, there's only like 13 people left, right? One by one, each person starts to take off their mask, except one person, the King in Yellow, right? And then so she looks at him. She's like, in her former, Southern dialect, "Hey, my name is such and such, and it's time to take off our mask. Everyone has like derobed or whatever, right?" And she's like, "You're the only one who hasn't taken off their mask. Um, is there a reason, sir?" And the guy, um, speaking through the bird mask that he's wearing, says, "I'm not wearing a mask." And then like everyone kind of looks at him, and she repeats the question, and she's just like, would you take off your mask? And then he says it again, I'm not wearing a mask. And then she says, sir, would you kindly please take off your mask? Okay. And then he replies,
I am not wearing a mask.